know.
Happy birthday.
Ranking day, thanks, man.
Oh.
Ranking day, homie.
Coleman.
Mo. It's good.
Rankin Day.
It's ranking day.
Rankin Day. It's gonna be a great day.
Okay.
Y'all can wait.
Dan is loving the fact that he can eat freely again.
I am. I'm eating another one.
Rankin Day.
I'll add sugar on there. Get a little close up on that. Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and get warm, get started, jog it out a little bit, do some line drills, and then we're gonna do a whole lot of live work today. Let's go ahead and get it going. Let's jog it out. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Let's get started.
Good to see all of y'all.
Rankin Day. Birthday boy. How young are you?
I am 28 years old.
Congratulations, man.
31.
Right there at that good age to start yelling at kids about getting off your yard, ain't you?
Yeah, I already do that.
Okay.
I've been doing that for a while. If kids ever got on my yard, I would definitely do it.
Especially for you.
Yeah, but there's no reason for you to be in my yard. I asked them to leave. They came at me aggressively, Austin. Yeah, I know it's just an 8-year-old with a cap gun, but how was I supposed to know that from 150 yards?
How long has it been since you've had hair, Phil?
I think Phil's been bald since he was a kid.
No, I started shaving. I started shaving my head all year round about 6
Toy
years ago.
soldiers.
5 or 6 years ago.
How long?
Almost 6 years now.
Is that all?
Yeah.
So not that long before.
No, my hairline was going, and I used to shave it in the summers when I was flying anyway, because it gets hot in the airplane. And then I shaved it for my mother-in-law, and I just kind of kept it.
You shaved it for your mother-in-law?
She had cancer,
Oh.
chemo. So me and my brother,
It was
my
a
dad,
kind gesture.
yeah, and me and my brother just kind of kept it. My old man's got a full head of hair again, because fuck him.
Quality, sorry.
Almost the same height as a grown man.
What? Who's almost the same height as a grown-up?
Me. See?
Just because you're almost the same height as Coleman does not mean you're
Yeah.
almost the same height as a grown-up.
That's a fact.
How
Like you're probably taller than Steve-O, but I mean not Steve-O, Wee Man, but like, it doesn't mean you're the same size as an adult. Coleman's still trying to be the same size as an adult, so shattering Robert's dreams and roasting Coleman at the same time. Did you kick the ground again? Why don't you just not do toy soldiers anymore? Ever thought about that? I have. Why don't you just sit these out from now on? Just never do them again. The cost to benefit ratio for you is all off. Hurts. Let's get some water back out to you guys. We're gonna start one person on their butt, the other person standing, passing guard. Working guard retention. Roll for purpose. So one person sitting down, one person standing. Person on the bottom is trying to retain guard, get a sweep. Person on top is trying to pass. Joe, I don't do reality TV at all. I don't do any kind of reality TV. But I can deal with like The Ultimate Fighter, maybe would be like the most reality TV I could watch, and I'm not even into that. Like I don't want to watch people be regular, which is ironic for us to say this and us possibly put this on our YouTube channel, which is like a reality show of us, us doing regular stuff. But I'm just not into that. I don't like watching people do regular stuff.
Clearly, there's a market and people like
Right,
it.
right. I like the idea of people watching me do stuff, but I don't want to watch other people do stuff. Have a seat facing this way. Hannah, have a seat facing this way. Mosley, have a seat facing this way. Let's see here. Dan, have a seat facing this way. All right. Cycle through. Okay, guys, until I say stop. Ready, set, go. Now we roll.
Now we roll.
Now we roll. Now I gotta pee again. Wow. Time to have to pee. So we start a class.
Get that prostate checked out.
You wanna check it for me?
Sure.
I
Oh.
think it's my prostate. I think I need to go get my prostate checked. I asked Mo if he'd do it already. If he's not down, I'll let you check it.
You've got volunteers.
I got enough people willing to stick a finger in my butt.
I chose him. It's not bullying.
You chose him, but now you've ended up in the worst possible spot with Big Mo.
Exactly.
On bottom.
Well, I do have quarter guard. This is this.
Most everybody else is half Mo's size. You're only a quarter of Mo's size.
A quarter.
If that.
We're trying to make your knee point to the ceiling, Jared. And your knee point straight up and then start pushing his knee down. We're turning Dan into a grappler. See his last fight? Dan's turning into a jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah.
He fights like Hannah now. Taking people down and like grab wall, doing cage work and almost getting submissions and stuff. He's grappling now. All right, guys, we are done. I don't have any belts. I had a couple people that I was going to test for belts today, but they couldn't make it. And so I don't have any belts going out today, but I do have a lot of stripes that I want to get through, and it's going to take us just a minute. So y'all bear with me. I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible. As all y'all know, man, getting stripes or belts in jiu-jitsu is very difficult. It's not easy. If you don't get a stripe today, it doesn't mean you weren't working hard. It doesn't mean that you're not getting better. It just, maybe you're not quite where not quite where I'm looking for you, because everybody's different. Everybody has a different I have a different standard for everybody, right? Everybody, I have to judge you on your game, your athleticism. Just because you might be tapping some people at ranks higher than you doesn't necessarily mean that you're that rank. So that's difficult for a lot of people, especially early on at like white and blue belt, to understand. I think usually after blue belt, most people kind of get it, but for a white belt especially, it's really hard to grasp that like my jiu-jitsu is not ranked like this other person's jiu-jitsu. I have to rank you guys according to what I see technically and what your ability is. So anyway, it's just a single stripe in jiu-jitsu is a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, it's impressive. It's something you should celebrate and be proud of yourself for. So I want to start today. I want to give Randy a stripe on his white belt today, guys. I'm gonna give Jacob a stripe today, guys. I would like to give Adam 2 stripes on his white belt today. Want to give Coleman 2 stripes on his white belt today, guys. I want to give Justin a stripe on his white belt today, guys. Like to give Dan a stripe on his blue belt today, everybody. He's a grappler now. I don't know if y'all noticed from his last fight. Shut up! Good job, man. I want to give Phil a stripe on his blue belt today, guys. I'm going to give Mosley 1 stripe on his purple belt today, everybody. I want to give Josh a stripe on his purple belt today, guys. And that is all. Nobody else is getting stripes today, especially not Hannah. Just kidding. I want to give Hannah 2 stripes on her purple belt today. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. It's important to remember, guys, everybody's at a different place in their journey. Everybody, if you see somebody and you think, well, why are they progressing faster than me? Or everybody goes at a different place, at a different speed, at a different pace. I've told you guys this before, and I don't necessarily agree with every step of it, but for me, for instance, it only took me like a year to a year and a half to get my blue belt. But it took me 5 years to get my purple. It took me like a year and a half to get blue, but it took me 5 years to get a purple belt. I sat as a no-stripe blue belt for 4.5 years, with no stripes on my blue belt at all for 4.5 years, and then got 4 stripes and a purple belt within 6 months. And a lot of that just has to do with moving affiliations, but also that's how I progressed. I got better kind of all at one time. And you may feel like you've plateaued for months, or in my case, years. And yes, there's things you can do to overcome it, but those plateaus will come. Those plateaus are going to come, and I got to do one more person. Hannah, you grab the thing. I want to give Mo 2 stripes on his white belt today, guys.
Those things have been.
I almost forgot about you because you were on the camera, and then I remembered, oh yeah, I was supposed to give Mo 2 stripes.
How do you forget about me being in front of your face the whole time?
Because all I see is the camera.
Oh.
I don't really see you as like a person. Not like the rest of us are people. Don't get too caught up, and I'll tell you another thing. My goal is for everybody sitting on this wall today to eventually be a black belt in jiu-jitsu. That's what I want for you guys. That's what I want. I want all of you to get to that point. If that is your goal, and I think it should be, I wouldn't even think about ranks and stripes and belts. Like, I would take it and put it as far out of my mind as I possibly could and not even think about it. And just when it comes, it comes. You know, you can work hard, but unlike a lot of martial arts where, like belts are like incentivizing you, in jiu-jitsu, it's almost the opposite. You need to like kind of, because if you get too caught up on, I got to get my purple belt, got to get my purple belt, got to get my purple belt. I mean, you could set it a 4-stripe blue for 2 years, 3 years. You never really know. And because each of you guys are being judged individually on your attributes, your athleticism, what you know, how good you are at implementing your game, because your game may be completely different than the person next to you. I have to rank you guys differently. So I'd say almost just put it out of your mind and focus on getting better, improving, and being consistent. Because I'll tell you guys one thing that I had somebody on TikTok say this was bullshit one time, and I don't understand how you can argue this. The one factor that separates everyone in jiu-jitsu, the one factor that separates the people that make it to black belt and the ones that don't, it's not the length of time that they train, it's how consistently they train. People that aren't consistent, they don't get better, they don't rank up. Like, it's not about, can I be a member at the gym for 8 years or 10 years? It's, can I show up consistently 2, 3, 4, 5 days a week, whatever, for 8, 9, 10, 12 years? That's how you're going to get better. You're not going to come in and train every day for 2 weeks and walk out of here with a blue belt. It's not going to happen, right? So consistency and time beats everything else. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Let's get out of here, guys. Proud of y'all. Let's get out of here. Our partner drill combo, still working our defense. And the reason is sometimes I try to teach striking too much like jiu-jitsu. It's not, let's scoot down this way a little bit. It's not always a good thing for y'all to see new combos and new things every single class, especially with a lot of you guys being more beginner level. It's better a lot of times for you guys to just drill the fundamentals, your most commonly thrown strikes, and do them over and over again. And what I want you guys working toward with this personal drilling, as I've preached and preached and preached and preached, is you want to build this into almost sparring. You want to build this into, it looks like you're sparring, but it's controlled and everybody knows what everybody's doing. You're able to throw kind of a little bit harder, you're able to kick and defend well. And that's the goal, okay? Drills build skills. Drillers make killers. Doing the same movements and the same repetition over and over and over again is how you become good at things. It just is. We're going to start off with some jump rope. Jumping rope is really important because it teaches our feet how to move, teaches how to be light. On the bell, here we go, jumping rope, work! What are you doing, bro? What did you get a hold? Who did you get a hold of where you couldn't come to class for so long? What girl was? What was her name?
No girl. I went to school.
A lot of people go to school. What was her name?
I didn't have a girl actually.
Okay. In that case, that's the worst.
Where'd you go to school?
I've ever heard.
So where did you go to school?
EMCC.
That's like right down the road, bro. If you were telling me you went to like University
but then
of Maine,
I also work too.
if you went to the University of Maine, yeah, you can dip out for a
I'm
year.
gonna go to state also this fall, which I'll be moving to Sharkville.
So what we're gonna play today is a little game called shoulder tag. There's no like consequence for getting your shoulder tag. It's based around the fact that if I can touch your shoulder, I can probably hit you. So I want my hands up And our job here is just to not let him touch my shoulder, and I do want to touch his or her shoulder. So we'll touch him up, and then we're just moving around. Don't slap shit at each other. Like I almost kind of did this thing. And don't poke each other in the eye. Trying to go for it. Know where your hand's going. Okay? So you're moving around. Just a little game of shoulder tag. I want you to stay in your stance. I want you to keep your hands up the whole time. Not out here. In your stance. Hands up. And just touching them on the shoulder. Okay, guys? Kind of getting used to like that sparring feel. Ooh, we out here touching each other's shoulders. Somebody better call public relations. Your hands up, Mo. Hands back up. Stay tight, stay tight. Looking good, looking good. We're out here touching shoulders, shaving necks, choking necks, cashing checks. Y'all already know what it is. Breathe hard, breathe hard. Turn it to your side. Turn. Elbow to the floor, elbow to the floor. Elbow and tight, right elbow and tight. Okay, use your brain.
The round's not over.
Never mind.
Go, go, go.
Alright, Mo, what happened?
Nothing.
Tired or hurt?
Tired.
Oh, take a second. Ain't neither one of y'all got a fight coming up? I do love this song though. It was my jam back when I thought that I was a player, which I never was.
What song is it?
I got hoes in different area codes.
It's hard to hear.
I got hoes
And I figured the camera couldn't hear.
in different area codes. And I like it because it says 205. I grew up, when I first started, I lived in Alabama. And he says 205 in it, which is Alabama area code.
Oh.
So I was like, ooh.
Is he from Alabama or something?
He's from Georgia.
Oh.
But he names a whole bunch of, because he's got hoes in different area codes. So he names like 100 area codes in the whole thing.
Cool.
All right, Wes, step out. Austin, get tied. Catalog and Dan go together.
Fat body.
Dan. That way I know the people who are fighting have got to get around. And then if you don't need a round, I know Charles doesn't like it. If you need a round, take it. Mo, if you need a round, take it. If you need a round, take it. I don't care. If you don't have a fight coming up, take your round this round. How you a little more consistent if you're ready to fight? Start from the class, a little more consistent. I feel like it's a little soft. My body.
Try not to like beat your partner's faces in practice.
Yeah, guys. I should said that a long time ago, but I'm kind of enjoying watching it. Also, we're deodorant stinkies. Some of y'all stink. Not just the deodorant. Get deodorant with the antiperspirant.
Difference.
Y'all smell like y'all been on a roof all day.
Crucifix. Okay.
Like high and heavy in that turtle position in MMA. It's hard to hold that in MMA. Nice transition, Austin.
Maybe you should have taught class.
I didn't need to teach classes. You do a couple now.
You can't. You didn't teach class.
You know? Do whatever I want. How I roll.
Stay there and ask for the other side.
Hey, Josh. Hey, Josh, roll with Oliver this round. Basketball. Dan, how you feel physically? How you feel physically now? You go Oliver next round? You gonna go? I'm beating Oliver tonight. You gonna go Oliver next round?
No,
We shark tanking you tonight.
Right. I'm telling you, you Shark Tank.
Shark tanking Oliver. Because I might give him his purple belt in the class. Maybe.
So shoot past the center line. And are you grabbing your bicep? Yeah. Go more this way. And then tighten your arm up. Squeeze in.
Butterfly, that.
Got him. I saw little stars in the sea. Boom, roasted. Nice.
Jake has some announcements. So listen up.
One other small thing is I want to give Oliver his purple belt today, everybody.
Wow.
I'm not gonna tie him on it or nothing. I've been putting it off on him for a long time. That's why I put him through the gauntlet. So, congratulations, man.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Been a long time coming, Oliver. How long you been training?
About 5, 6 years.
5, 6 years now. So, you know, it's time. I was waiting on you to get a little more consistent, but you've been a little more consistent here lately. And he couldn't make it to the ranking on Saturday, so I held it to him. He was here tonight, so I gave it to him. Purple belt to me is one of the most significant promotions in jiu-jitsu, because to me that's like the switch flip for me. Like, people that make it to purple usually train for the rest of their life. People that make it to purple usually are people that like jiu-jitsu now is kind of is part of who you are at that point. Like, it's not just something that you did. You can make it to blue belt and quit training, you know, if training a few days a week and you get your blue belt and then quit. And it was something you did at one time. Once you make it to purple belt, I feel like that's the rank for a lot of people anyway, that like jiu-jitsu's part of your DNA now. You're probably going to make it to black belt. The fall off rate post purple belt is less than the fallout rate at white and blue belt alone, in my opinion. Like, you have more people defect at white belt and blue belt than everything past purple combined. Once you make it to purple, you don't see a lot of brown belts in jiu-jitsu quit training jiu-jitsu. They may not train as much, and they may never see black belt, but I know brown belts that sat at brown belt for 10 years, and they just keep training because they just do this. You know, it's just kind of, they made it to brown belt. It's just part of who they are, right? So to me, one of the most significant belts in jiu-jitsu is that purple belt. And it's something that I promise you, if you want to see it, you're gonna have to work hard for it. So that's all I got if you want to owe some out.
All right, thanks guys. Come tomorrow.
Congratulations, buddy.
Hard work. A lot of hard work.
Congratulations, guys.
Appreciate it.